Hello, and welcome to Old Folks Boogie 2. That's the channel you're on, and this is my 15 minutes. My name is John, and I do this once a day. I speak for 15 minutes about whatever I feel like. I guess that's the freedom we have in this country. We can just speak it whatever we want. It doesn't matter whether anybody's listening, does it? I don't think anybody is, but that's okay. Maybe someday they will. Or maybe someday my kids will. That's really what I hope to have out of this thing. I don't expect to get a following. I'm way too boring and don't really have all that much interesting to say. Just stories and yeah, it's just uh, so anyway, here we are again. This is episode 61. It is the 1st of March, 2020. I have been doing this since January 1st of 2020, and this is the 61st day of this year. Naming every one of them. Tomorrow will be 62, whatever. But I've actually made 60 days. That was last night was my um, 60th recording and publication on YouTube. 60th episode. That's actually 15 hours of me running my mouth. that's I, I just can't believe that I have had that much to say. Although most of it is just blibberty doo. It's not really worth listening to, but maybe there's a gem or two in between. Who knows? Um, I certainly don't. I wouldn't recognize a gem if it bit me on the nose. I don't think. Um, but I'm having a decent time at it. It's not like I'm you know stressed out over it or anything. We as I said when I first started this, the reason that I chose 15 minutes because 15 minutes chose me. The camera that I was using at that time, my wife Susan's Nikon would only shoot 15 minutes of video before it would shut off automatically. So I just thought that seemed like an arbitrary but okay number, and I went with it. Then, as then I learned more about filming and uploading video. Now I'm using my Note 9 and the camera in it to do the recording and transferring it up to YouTube. Basically, right out of the camera. I'm just moving it over to a sweet file spot inside my laptop, which I'm now using to upload. A whole lot easier time frame that way. It was amazing. I was taking so long because when I was first doing this, I was taking the image on the Nikon, then in moving the file from taking the memory card out of the Nikon and putting it in the I have a memory card reader, putting it in the card reader, pulling it off the card reader, moving it into position on the Mac, and then uploading it. Then when I started using this camera on my cell phone, it became really problematic because now I had to take the file from the phone, and it took a long time to figure out that I couldn't do it on the Mac. I had to get the file off the phone. I had to take it from a PC, and I had a laptop. We have PCs around here, and we've got Macintoshes, and so I had a PC available, and I started using that. It turned out that was a whole lot easier to get the file. I didn't have to. But then I was moving it to that, and then taking that and moving it to the Mac, and then moving from the Mac up to YouTube. it was a chore. I mean, I liked using this camera better, um, mainly because of the that I'm using it on a gimbal, that I can maneuver and manipulate. And I don't have to. I mean, it's real easy to get placement of the where you want, where you want it to be, where you want the camera to shoot. Um, there's a feature in this that where I can actually make it follow me. I don't have that turned on right now, but anyway, I really like this particular way of shooting this type of video. Me sitting in a chair, swiveling, rocking, being old, because that's what I am. I am 70 years old. And so this is my chance to put something out that means nothing to anybody but me. So, and at the end of the year, I'll have 366 episodes. And so that'll be 90 something hours of me chatting. 90 hours. Lord have mercy. I just can't imagine that I'm going to continue to have something to say. Today, everybody is sitting there talking about the coronavirus. It is really I haven't seen anything take hold of the news this hard in a long time. They're taking 15 minutes of the nightly newscast to go over different things and what's going on with the virus, where it is, what it's doing, how many people it's killed, how many people it's infected. And then, it's killed one person in the U.S. So far this year, the flu's killed 18,000 or something. So it could get here and take a hold, and it could kill a lot of people, that's for sure. But we have diseases that do that all the time. We have diseases that kill millions of us every year. So I'm not sure why this is generating so much fear and such an economic hit. I fears about, we made it through plagues years and years ago. We get it through the flu every year, and yet nobody freaks out. Sorry about that. Nobody freaks out and the stock market doesn't crash and burn just because the flu is coming around. We have hurricane season from June through December, and the chances that can actually have a harder impact on us than the coronavirus probably will. The coronavirus has a worldwide impact, I'm sure, but it's just another disease, and it's not even that, it's not killing millions of people. We're not putting boxes in the ground, tens at a time. We're not digging giant holes with excavators and burying people who have died on the street from a virus or something. We're not at that point. Not that we couldn't get there if we tried, I'm sure. But we also have, really good healthcare system, and hopefully they'll come up with the necessary solutions in the future. But in the meantime, I don't know why everybody's freaking out. No, I don't want to catch the coronavirus any more than you do or anybody else. And if I do catch it, it'll probably kill me. I'm old enough and have been sick enough in the last few years that I may not be able to survive. I don't know. There's no treatment. So just like a cold, you got to sit around and, let it run its course and, hopefully not give you pneumonia and kill you. But at 70 years old, you don't know. I mean, I get a flu shot every year. I get a pneumonia shot when I need one because I don't want to get those diseases. First off, I don't want the pain, the pain associated with the flu and the pneumonia and the coughing and all the rest of it. oh my God, that is one of the reasons I get the shots. I don't want. It's not that I don't want to die so much as I don't want to have to live with that pain for a few weeks and coughing. For me, uh, if I get something, a chest cold or walking pneumonia or whatever, if I start coughing, it doesn't go away in a couple weeks. My coughing takes weeks, weeks, weeks to go away, months sometimes. It's really bad. I mean, luckily, I don't have a chronic cough right now. But when I've had one, it can last a whole winter or a whole summer or longer. Just, it's a terrible thing. And the pain associated with it is really, really bad. I hate having chest pain and chest colds. In fact, I don't like being sick at all, but, but I guess nobody really does. But, you know, I certainly want to avoid the coronavirus if at all possible. And I'm sure everybody else does too, but I'm at a loss to the response. I'm at a loss for why we're responding the way we are, why we're freaking and peaking over this thing. If it gets to a point where it's necessary to freak and peak, I'm sure we will, but we're a little early in the game right now. 80,000 people worldwide and 3,000 deaths. I mean, let's see where it goes, but you know, don't put the world into a straitjacket because of it. It won't do any good. It won't do anybody any good. Hey, do what Elon Musk is doing. Oh, excuse me. Do what Elon Musk is doing and prepare for a future on Mars or some other far distant planet. You know, Elon Musk, by the way, is a visitor from the future. He is not. He's not from us. He came down. He came back from the future to show us the way. He'll never admit it because he probably can't. I mean, he's probably, I don't know what he would do if that was actually, you know, something he would say out loud. But he can tell he's from the future with all this stuff. I mean, those ideas were brought back with him from someplace else, you know, maybe 300, 400, 500 years. And he started the electric car revolution. He did. He personally started the electric car revolution with the first Tesla sports car. Just taking a Lotus and loading it with electrics and sending it down the road at $115,000 a pop or $120 or whatever they were selling for at the time, and sold out, and people loved them, had great reviews. So he proved the concept and, you know, showed people what it would be like to drive an electric vehicle. Then he built the sedan and then the SUV. He is the future. So keep that in mind. I don't know how we got from the coronavirus. Oh, right. So get involved with Elon Musk and get off of this planet. They won't let you off the planet if you're not healthy, so you can't have the coronavirus and get off planet. But so stay healthy, but figure out how to join his expedition to wherever it's going. You know, maybe, you know, sometime in the future after I'm gone, maybe he'll launch an interplanetary, not just interplanetary, intersolar, you know, maybe he'll leave the Milky Way. Just, I don't know, but he's taking us wherever we're going to go. He's going to be the person that in the history books they'll say Elon Musk started this revolution and sent us on our way into the outer space. And he did it just to get away from the coronavirus. Hey, you never know. Truth will out, right? So, anyway, my 15 minutes for the night are up. I am going to shut down now. Say goodnight to everybody. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. And be kind out there. that is just too important to ignore. Good night.